My terrible Sil made a fake dating profile using my name and sent it to my husband. She was bawling when I confronted her and she said it was just a joke. My sister-in-law and I are not close. Since I married my husband, we never talked decent because she would always avoid or ignore me. I always kept her rolling her eyes whenever I come to my in-laws' house since they live there as well. I thought it was just because she was pregnant at that time, but when her first child came out, nothing changed. One thing that I hate about her attitude is that whenever I bring food for my in-law, she'll always have something mean to say like, this dish is so bland, I can do better than this, or it's a good thing that your husband is in the military, there's better food out there. Whenever my in-laws are not around, she'll say, I don't know what your husband saw in you, I can't see anything special, then smile like she never said anything offensive. My in-laws notice her indifferent attitude towards me and just tell me that's the way she is, and that I should try to understand. Yesterday was my niece's first birthday, and originally the plan was for my FIL to buy a store-bought cake. When he mentioned he was buying a $50 cake for the party, I asked if I could bake it instead. My FIL was thrilled and requested it be a surprise to my SIL and BIL, which I agreed to. I thought this could even be the reason she would warm up to me. Over the past week, I spent countless hours on this cake. Although I did not meet my high expectations, I believe it was better than a store-bought cake. I put a lot of effort into it because the party's theme was Cowboys in Texas, and it cost me $200 to make. At the party when it was time for the cake, my FIL brought it out from its hiding spot. When my BL saw it, he had a big smile and seemed really happy. But when my SIL saw it, she looked mortified. She threw on a fake smile and asked about the cake, and my FIL announced that I was the one who made it. My sister-in-law gritted her teeth the entire time we sang happy birthday and refused to even try the cake. After I left, I was bombarded with messages from my SEL claiming I intentionally sabotaged her daughter's first birthday party. She said because of me, all the photos of her daughter's first birthday are ruined by the stain of my trashy cake. I didn't know what to say, so I just screenshot all the texts and sent them to my husband, who is currently overseas for the military. After I did that, everything blew up. My husband texted my BIL about how his wife was being ungrateful and unreasonable. My in-laws tried to play both sides. Every Saturday, we usually do a family day, but this morning my FIL asked me to sit out of this week's family day, and I'm crushed. I was just trying to be nice and make my niece's birthday more memorable, not take the day away from her, but it feels like everyone's against me. After a few weeks, I thought of going to my in-laws' house to talk to them because I felt this wasn't fair. Everyone was shunning me. Right before I was about to leave, I got a phone call from my husband, who was extremely upset. He told me he needed to make me aware of a situation. Apparently, SIL sent him a dating profile with my name and pictures. Before I could say anything, my husband reassured me he knew it was fake. A few things tipped him off. Screenshots from the profile said, less than a mile away, when referring to the distance of the user, and it was my SIL who found the account. My straight, female, married SIL just randomly decided to go on Bumble, and somehow fell upon my profile even though we live over 100 miles apart. This made me mad. I don't know why she is trying to slander me. When I got to my in-laws' house, FIL rushed out to talk to me. He told me I had every right to be upset, but asked me to be the bigger person and not cause more unnecessary drama. I think my husband had already told them, but I didn't care at this point. This wasn't about the cake anymore. She was trying to destroy my marriage. When I confronted Sil, initially she denied everything, but after about 2 minutes she couldn't keep her story straight. Instead of apologizing, she just started bawling her eyes out, blaming the whole thing on pregnancy hormones and trying to play it off as a joke. My in-laws pulled me outside to try and get me to calm down. I asked them why they were taking her side. They told me there were no sides and they were just trying to keep the peace. After they said that I lost it and told them keeping the peace is just an excuse used by enablers, I told them they had a very important decision to make. If they chose to stand with SIL, they would lose me as a consequence. They told me they were afraid to lose their grandchild, and I responded with, you're going to lose a set of grandchildren either way. It's either going to be the ones in front of you now or the future grandchildren I and husband will have. Then I went home. My BIL thinks my husband and I are severely overreacting, and he is actually upset at me for raising my voice at his pregnant wife. He sent a very long, angry text message to my husband saying, it was just a fucking joke. Your wife had no fucking right to talk to my wife like that. Oh, you know that this is all because of your ignorant wife? Try and do that and I will hunt you down. His brother then changed his tone and said that this is all a misunderstanding, that I should forgive his wife because everything is a joke. My husband replied, what part of it is a joke? Do you think that tearing our marriage apart is a joke? My husband and I are on the same page, and we have both agreed to cut contact with his family, unless some kind of just consequence for SIL happens.